application. Now broadcasting.
Military mind state and I keep in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. If you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there complete to Myers. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has, the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Well, once again, from all of us at EA Sports, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's had a fantastic day on the couch, belt unbuckled, feet up. This, of course, the nightcap to a great day of football here on this Thanksgiving holiday 2022. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And they punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Patriots take over.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing, Jones. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and knock it free.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Patriots, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ballgame. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Looking deep downfield, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. An option handoff given to Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On the out route, he's got Thornton. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Open man is Myers. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, and so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
1st down. Here's Cousins.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Patriots are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's another carry for Harris. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thornton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a pickup of 6.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones
setting up the screen. Harris. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Vikings 7.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle, it's Cook. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back 1st down pickups. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Cousins. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here on the Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Cousins to throw it. Buying time to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Cook now off the read option. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook as puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Patriots 14-yard line.
To throw, Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They'll start on the ground with Strong.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Off the play fake, Jones. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They run for it with Harris. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion.
Back to throw. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he stopped immediately there.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Juwan Bentley there to get him down.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Open man down the field is Henry.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
They bring a receiver in motion right. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he's going to be out around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And he fires one incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he's going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll try the middle with Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's got Smith here. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Cousins. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Jones looking around.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here's Jones to throw. Right side, Thornton with it. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Patriots, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way,